All right, Inebrination.
Hey, we're here, man.
We're here.
Yeah, we're at Mistucky Creek, Homebrew, Pine Island, New York, next to
Some other place.
Pine Island Brewing Company. So come here and drink with us. Go there, get beer, and come over here and drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, or drink Steve's beer, as long as you spend money.
So, hey, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
We're Inebrination on the Crow's Nest Podcast Network.
home of
Ladies of Darkness,
Pillaging Podcast,
the Crow's Nest Podcast,
East Coast Nation,
Put on Waivers,
No Ledge,
and Blackout.
and Blackout.
All right.
So I think we got everybody.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Follow everybody on all your favorite podcast.
Places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it in the Googly,
Yeah.
find it,
Yeah.
subscribe and like,
Yep.
because that's a big help to everybody.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. And
We're not outside to win.
and the show Inebrination, which is me, Splatterhead,
Groby.
and sometimes Pots and Fits.
Sometimes pots and fits.
And if you're new, our show is all kinds of tomfoolery.
Yeah, all kinds of dumb shit.
Yep, mostly related to booze.
Yes, yeah, always booze-related stories.
Yeah. So we like booze.
Yeah,
Yeah, mostly beer, but
yep.
we've been I don't know.
Haven't been known to drink booze.
The distillers try to kill us when we visit them.
We've been shying away from distilleries after
Yeah.
the Milk Street incident.
Yeah. We love you guys in Milk Street. What did I blow?
2-4.
2-4. So
I refused because I had to drive home.
yeah. He didn't refuse to drink, he refused to take the breathalyzer. So how do people find us?
You find us on Facebook,
Instagram.
Instagram.
We're on Twitter now.
We're on Twitter now. And you can find us on Spotify, Stitcher,
Yep.
Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, not iTunes.
Not iTunes. It's
iTunes
Apple
is
Podcasts
gone.
now. Yeah, there's no more iTunes.
Google Play.
Google Play. And I don't know, wherever the fuck else, I guess. Just
Again,
type it in, man.
go to the Google machine.
Yeah, the Google machine will tell you all you need to know.
Yeah, but make sure you don't have Bing activated because that'll keep giving you pop-ups.
Yeah.
But if you want, you find us on Bing too.
Yeah.
Yahoo.
Yahoo.
You can Yahoo us.
Yeah.
And today's going to be a fun show. We're at one of our, kind of a home away from home now, one of our favorite spots.
Yeah.
Mistucky Creek
Yeah.
Homebrew Supply.
Beer Club.
Yeah, we're part of the home brewing club here.
Yeah.
And good stuff. Here we are at Mistucky Creek.
Yep.
Before we cut to a break, what are we drinking?
I'm drinking a Long Lot Farm Brewing Company Oktoberfest.
Nice.
Pretty decent. I've been drinking this since we've been coming to the homebrew club. It's really good. So, one of the cats in our club, Donovan, had a hand in brewing this because he works there, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's
Five
pretty good.
5.1%.
Yeah.
It's not going to kill you.
No.
And I have a tart cherry apple cider.
That cider's pretty good, man.
Cider's killer.
Yeah.
And this was brewed by Scuba Steve,
Yeah.
the fine gentleman who runs this establishment.
The proprietor
Yes, he's back there putting grains together for
for our Russian Imperial Stout we're making.
a barrel project
Barrel
we're doing
project
with the
out
club.
there with the club, yes.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah. So we'll be brewing that next week.
Yeah.
Well, at least our portion of it.
Yeah. So that's what's going on the show today.
Yeah.
And we'll pause for a quick break while we get our crap together.
Okay.
Check 1, 2. Here we are. We're back.
Yeah, we're back. We seem to have technical difficulties with the beer on tap
And the equipment.
and the equipment.
But we're figuring it out.
Yeah, it'll work at the end.
Yeah, everything will come together.
Yeah, like it always does.
All right, so like I said, we're at Mistucky Creek Homebrew Incorporated in Pine Island, New York.
It's where they grow onions, man.
682 County Route 1, Pine Island, New York.
Great onions. Onion country. Big onion country.
They don't make onions here, though.
They don't make onions here, though. Steve makes onion beer. So if you like onion beer and you need onions to put in your soup, come see Steve. Steve will give you a bag of onions and an onion beer.
I'm still messing with the knobs.
Yeah.
You can keep talking, Tom, but
Okay.
I'm messing with the knobs.
All right. Steve's over there crashing and breaking shit.
Yeah, can't take that guy anywhere.
No, really. He's a problem. He's like pots.
He's like Potts, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, look,
Things are working now.
things are working.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, something's got, yeah. See?
It's whatever Steve did over there to the...
I think knocking that freaking bottle of
The-
the
the-
gas over.
The keg started working as soon as the podcast equipment started working,
Yes.
too.
See?
It's amazing.
See, it always works out, man. It's like, the little man in the sky looking down, man.
Yeah. But definitely check out Mistucky Creek if
Yeah,
you're
man.
if you
You're
know,
making cider, mead, wine, beer.
this is your go-to spot.
This is a place to come. You're around here, man. Steve will hook you up.
Yeah, or just
Yeah.
hit them up.
Yeah, hit him up. Give him a call.
Yeah.
So, got questions, anything, ask him, man. Guy knows what the hell he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, want to get into some drunk news?
Okay.
All right. I got a few stories today.
No, okay.
Yeah, I got a couple. Actually, I wanted to start with something that's not drunk news, though.
Okay.
Something that's just kind of cool news, because I'm a big dog fan.
Yes.
So there's this dog at a university. It's a technical institute in Columbia, and he just, they give him shelter and feed him and everything, right?
All right.
It's a Labrador, and his name is Negro,
Okay.
and because he's black lab.
He's a black lab.
And so he hangs out by this like cafe, and
Okay.
the kids go in and they hand money to the people behind the counter, and they get cookies, and they give the cookies to the dog. So this dog one day, and he's been doing it since that day. He sees them doing this. He figured out, you gotta pay. He picks up dry leaves off the ground, and he goes up to the counter with a dry leaf in his mouth, and they take the leaf and they give him a cookie.
Nice.
He's a smart dog, man.
Yes.
Most of them are.
Yeah.
Mine's kind of a knobhead, but he's smart though.
Yeah.
He acts like a knobhead, but
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we'll get into the episode 21's version of drunk news. It's supposed to be with Potts, but Potts ain't here,
Yeah.
so it'll be me and Tom will take turns with these stories.
Yeah.
So the first one is a drunk man in New York City mistakes an SUV for a cab,
Uh-oh.
and then he gets robbed by the driver.
Welcome to fucking New York City.
A drunk man leaving a Chelsea hotspot mistook an SUV for a cab, and then he passed out in the back. His Rolex, his iPhone, and his wallet were taken by the opportunistic driver.
That would have been me. If he passed out in my car, I would have robbed that motherfucker. Pushed him out the goddamn door, man.
The hammered 25-year-old hopped into the black Suburban outside of a hip seafood restaurant to catch a restaurant named Catch New York City on 9th Avenue near West 14th Street around 3 a.m. The half-cocked man handed the driver $20 and ordered him to take him take him home, but the cabbie decided to stop and pick up a friend first.
Uh-oh. Okay.
The passenger, who was in and out of consciousness, zonked out midway through the journey and awoke at a New York University hospital at 5:30 a.m. to find his wallet, iPhone, and Rolex watch missing. The driver was later captured in surveillance camera footage trying to use the man's credit card at a Foot Locker in Brooklyn.
Why do they always do that?
I know, they're morons.
Jesus.
The cops are investigating whether the victim was drugged, and if he wasn't drugged, he was wasted.
Yeah.
So,
they didn't drug the guy and then drive him around. I mean, they were nice enough to even drop him off at a hospital. Because if that was me, I would have robbed the motherfucker and just pushed him out in the street somewhere. I wouldn't bring him to a hospital. There's cameras there. I'd push the motherfucker out.
They were being nice.
Then I would have found some crackhead to get a bunch of cash advances on his credit card, and then I would have threw the credit card away, and the crackhead would have got busted.
So there's your learning advice from Tom.
Yes, there's plenty of crackheads in the city that can do this credit card bullshit, so you don't have to. So,
all right, you want to get the next one?
okay.
Starts there, ends there. It's short.
Fucking German yodeling. A man, this is in Germany. A man had his driver's license revoked after police stopped him while drunkenly operating an e-scooter. The 29-year-old yodeled as he made his way through the streets of central German city Erfurt. A man yodeling and riding in large, unsteady curves down the streets of the central German city was stopped by authorities early Saturday morning, according to a police report. Traffic police conducted a blood test and discovered high levels of alcohol in the man's bloodstream. His driver's license was immediately confiscated. E-scooters are available in any number of cities across Europe, where they can be rented and used by members of the public. In Germany, concerns are growing over recent injuries and fatalities associated with the scooters, often caused by intoxicated drivers.
And now, it's not my country, but I have an issue with that. Do you need a driver's license to operate an e-scooter?
In forward-thinking Europe, I guess so.
Because I would think that, you shouldn't get your license revoked for it, because what's the punishment for somebody who doesn't have a license while they're operating an e-scooter?
They can't. I don't know. Maybe they just take the e-scooter privilege away from them.
The punishment should be the same across the board.
Yes. Well, in this country, you can get busted on a horse being drunk, and you ain't driving the horses.
But did they take your license?
Maybe the horses.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Did they take your driver's license? They don't take your driver's license away if you're drunk in public.
No.
So, to me, the Germans are being unfair.
Well,
The
Germans are notoriously unfair.
The Germans have historically they have a bad record.
Yes,
This is a fun one. I mean, it's not a fun one. You shouldn't do this. But a woman allegedly drunk during a parent-teacher conference tries to flee the deputy. A Union Grove woman is accused of arriving drunk to a parent-teacher conference and then fleeing law enforcement. According to the criminal complaint, a Racine County Sheriff's Office deputy was dispatched to the Union Grove Elementary School on Thursday for a report of an intoxicated parent trying to leave the school with her kids. Come on.
You don't drink and go to the school, man.
No. Can you just walk? You're going to a parent-teacher conference. You're going to show up drunk?
I don't know. Maybe.
So the deputy located her vehicle on Main Street and 15th Ave and activated the police squad's emergency lights and sirens. The deputy reported that the vehicle did not slow down or pull over, but continued to maneuver around other vehicles that had. The deputy spoke with the Union Grove elementary officials who reported she had been at the school for a parent-teacher conference and that an administrative assistant had seen her walking goofy.
Walking goofy.
The teacher reported they smelled alcohol on her breath when she spoke. The principal stated that when he told her he was going to call the police, she ran from the building, entered her vehicle, and drove out of the school parking lot. According to court records...
Run away.
According to court records, she was arrested for operating while intoxicated earlier this month in a similar incident. On October 16th, the principal had summoned law enforcement because she had not picked her children up from school. These people give a bad name to alcohol.
Yes.
Doing stuff like this.
It's because of dumb shit like this we have laws.
Yeah. Well, her bail set at $1,000. Her preliminary hearing is scheduled for November 6th. All right, that's drunk news.
All right.
We'll take a break.
Yeah.
There's some cold ones way down here in the bottom. There you go. More beer! More beer! All I want is more beer. More beer! More beer!
So we're still hanging out here at Mistucky Creek.
Yeah, we're drinking some beers and bullshitting. We just had Mike fucking Langella come in and
Deliver some pizza.
deliver some pizza and impart some wisdom on us and about his sexual tendencies in Harlem. And now he's off to the woods to shoot a deer.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to fucking New York State, man.
He's the bad guy in the Bambi movie.
Yeah.
Speaking of New York State,
We got beer laws, I think.
Yeah,
New York
we got-
State beer laws.
we got beer. I think most of these are related to bars,
Yeah.
and I don't know if they're primarily in the city, but this is an article I picked up today. So this is a New York law practice owner who specializes in bars, and she's commenting on bar laws. So we like to dabble into weird state laws where
Yeah.
alcohol is concerned.
Yeah.
We've taken you to where did we go?
Utah.
Utah.
Supposedly there was like some sort of thing. They took some sort of restriction off in Utah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I seen all the people on the Twitterverse like, "Yay, we can get real beer out here now."
Nice.
So,
We did Louisiana. That was fun.
yeah.
Tennessee. I think we
Tennessee.
talked about.
Yep.
We're saving Jersey for,
Yeah, we're saving Jersey.
but
We broke most of those, so we pretty much know 'em.
yeah. But this is all related to bars in New York, and I don't know if it's just the city or the state or what, but this is what I found. So
I think I perused that. I think it's statewide.
I think so.
Yeah.
So bars are all allowed to sell bottled and canned beer to go.
Okay, good. They're not like Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
Okay.
any bar is legally allowed to sell you bottles and cans of beer to go as long as the package is sealed. So it's not like Louisiana where they give you a cup with a piece of tape over it and a drive-through, and you can get a daiquiri.
Okay, yeah. So there's no drive-through.
Yeah. But bars in New York are not allowed to sell pre-mixed drinks like sangria or cocktails on draft.
Ooh.
And they can't sell infused liquors or, anything out of its original package.
I tell you, cocktails on draft are a dangerous fucking thing, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was down at Naughty Spirits, man.
They're-
They fuck you up, man. Those
Yeah,
shit on draft.
She says another one that's illegal that people do all the time is pre-mixed drinks. And they're illegal 99% of the time. Sangria in a vat, illegal. Gin and tonic in a jug, illegal. Fruit or jalapeno infused vodka in an unlabeled jar, illegal. Cocktails on draft, most of the time, illegal. You have to make drinks to order. There's a specific carve out for things like slushy machines. Because we went to that place and they had slushy machines in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But so those are legal.
Yes.
But there's like a carve out for those. And there's entire bars that are built around infused vodkas, and no one has stopped them. But technically,
Yeah.
Illegal.
I mean, you go to a lot of like really cool pubs and shit in the city, and they got a ton of infused vodkas and gins and shit like that.
it's illegal.
Oh.
So beer tap handles have to be labeled with words, like the brewery name and the beer name. She says it's a pet peeve of hers, and it's ridiculous that it's still in the books. There's not a single stylish bar in the city that complies.
No. No, basically the tap handles are advertisement for the fucking brewery.
Yeah, but that's where she's
You know,
saying.
and if you're familiar with that brewery, you know what the beer is.
But she's saying basically that's one of those things to where nobody complies and
Yeah.
nobody's looking. But if you get in trouble for something else, they're going to flag you on that.
Then they're going to pick it like a scab and nail you. Yeah.
Bring your own beer is illegal unless you have a liquor license. So it's not like in Jersey where,
Where you can go to every pizza place and
yeah.
and nude dance club.
Yeah.
And bring your own.
But she says, all those places that have a liquor license allow customers to bring in their own. Or all those places without a liquor license, or perhaps allowing BYOB while they're waiting for their liquor license. But BYOB is not a license, and you can't do it unless you have a license. So if you're a Thai food place and you're telling people to bring their own beer, until you have a license, you're breaking the law.
Yeah, I think in Jersey you do have to have a license, but it's like it's just a consumption license.
Right, something like
And
that.
yeah, and it's like nowhere near like a liquor license or anything like that for you to serve, but you have to have some sort of license that allows people to consume alcohol in your establishment.
So, what else? Happy hours have rules.
Well, then it's not very happy.
No, it's not very happy. When it comes to happy hours, alcohol can't be given away for free and can't be less than half of its usual price. As such, 2-for-1 deals are legal,
Okay.
but 5-for-1 would be against the law. And buy one, get one free is okay because both drinks are half priced. But buy one, get one for 1 cent is against the
Is
law.
against the law.
That's, kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drinking in public is still illegal.
Oh,
Yeah.
even in the city?
Last summer, publications had a ball touting the decriminalization of boozing in public. But decriminalization doesn't mean it's legal. It means you'll get a summons instead of going to jail.
Yeah.
Pro tip, enforcement is high in the summer. At Rockaway Beach in the summer, police are running up and down the beach issuing citations to make a public show of it.
Yes.
Bars are not supposed to take anything of value from producers. So if you go into a bar and you see like a, refrigerator with the beer label on it or whatever, that they're not supposed to have that.
Well, but they do have them, and they get them.
No, they do.
But they don't get them from, like, say, let's say, like Rushing Duck Brewing Company. They don't get it directly from them. They would get it from the distributor. Would put that on there as like some sort of advertisement that they distribute their goods, and then you would get that. That's how,
but she's saying if you've ever seen a brewery or distillery branded equipment like a cooler, refrigerator, or other appliance, you can safely say it's illegal.
Even for like Miller, Bud, Coors,
I guess so.
Because you see that shit everywhere in bars, man.
Oh, yeah.
And no matter what state, you see those coolers.
Here's one. Someone who opens a bar, a beer bar, they can't also open a brewery.
Okay.
So in the 3-leveled system of alcohol in New York, it's producers to distillers, distributors to retailers, retailers to consumers. Distributors and producers can overlap. A brewery can both produce and distribute its beer, but no one can overlap with a retailer. So there's exceptions, like the farm brewing and distilling licenses, which allow small and independent brewers, distillers, cideries, and wineries to open additional locations. But I think Steve was talking about that before. That's the farm.
Yes.
And investors are not allowed to overlap either, meaning if you've invested in a beer bar, you can't also invest in a brewery.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Bars can have different legal closing times, even when they're across the street from each other. The biggest headache involved in the process of opening a bar in the city is that the prospective bar owner must get recommendations from the local community board, and every community board is totally different. In addition, in the event that your bar is approved, community board members are the ones who decide on rules like what time you can stay open until. It's not even in the law, and the rules don't have to be objective or fair or reasonable. Legal closing hours according to state law is 4 a.m. But if you've now gone through the process and entered into an agreement with your community board and want to stay open to 4 a.m., they will recommend denial, and the police and liquor authority will enforce it for them.
Wow.
But a bar across the street can be totally different.
Because it's in a different community board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So that seems like that applies to the city.
Yeah, that sounds like a city thing. But,
Yeah.
it's kind of weird that it's not on the state books, but the police will enforce it for the community board.
Yeah. Town cops, man. Got to do what the council tells them.
Yeah. So, we haven't brought this up. What are we drinking?
I'm drinking a Shepherd's Eye double IPA. I think that's what it is, right, Steve?
Yes.
Yes, a Shepherd. The brewery's not open yet, is it?
Not yet.
Where is it going to be located?
9 Industrial Drive, Florida, New York.
Florida?
Florida, New York.
Florida, New York.
Right between Goshen and Warwick.
No, that's
Okay.
close.
Yeah.
That's
Look for them around February.
February, look for their, I guess, grand opening. Florida, New York.
cool.
Check them out. Shepherd's Eye. Not bad. You know.
And I'm
I'm
drinking.
more of a regular IPA guy, but this ain't bad for a double one. So,
I'm drinking that Long Lot Oktoberfest that you had earlier.
yeah.
Very tasty.
That is pretty good, man.
I feel left out. I'm not drinking
Yeah, Steve's left out.
Yeah.
He's not drinking anything, and
No.
we're also gonna ring him over at some point.
Yeah.
Throw a microphone in his
Yep.
face. He's
Yep.
shaking his head
Yeah.
no, but we gotta hear.
Yeah, we need Scuba Steve's beer wisdom on our fucking show.
And
man.
we gotta learn all about Mistucky Creek.
Yes, we need the ins and outs of Mistucky Creek.
Yeah.
You know, so
So we'll lure him in. We'll give
we'll
him
get
some
him
time to warm up
yeah,
to the idea.
he's on his
prepare.
first beer. We'll give him like 2 more, and then he'll be sitting down gabbing.
He's had a slice of pizza,
Yeah.
and he's the day is moving on. So,
Yep.
Speaking of brewing, we'll talk about that a little bit. What do we have going on right now?
We have a Belgian ale
Yeah,
currently fermenting in our new fermenter.
and that one's going to be barrel aged.
Yeah, that one's going to be a barrel age. We're doing a barrel age thing with that one. So, so I don't know, a couple months you'll hear more about that as we go along. And I don't know, our IPA came out great. Belgian we bottled came out really fucking good. I think I liked the newest one we did better than the previous one we did. I don't know about the newest one we did, but that hasn't been through the barrel yet. But, the Mexican stout, I don't know, everybody seems to be positive on that one. So we got some things going on in the Splatterhead brewing world.
And we just we're picking up a grain bill today.
Yeah, our recipe for our barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout we're doing with our club. I guess we're doing a bunch of batches. Everybody's got to do a batch. We're all going to dump them into a barrel. So we're picking up all of that crap today, and we'll be brewing that next week. And
Yeah,
we'll go from there, man.
good stuff, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
the barrel came from Milk Street.
that's right.
With
Well, the
their-
barrel for our Belgian
Yeah.
came from Milk Street. The barrel that we're going to use for the club comes from Black Dirt Distillery.
Oh, okay. And that's a 30-gallon barrel, right?
55 gallon.
barrel. Okay, yeah. Me and Splatterhead only have a 5-gallon barrel.
Yeah.
So,
Why not screw up 5 gallons instead of 55?
Yeah, instead of 55.
Yeah, if we're
Yeah.
gonna, it's just a sample test run for us.
I don't know if I could sit there with a 55-gallon fucking barrel of beer sitting in my fucking house.
Yeah.
How am I gonna do it? I'll be using it as a coffee table, for Christ's sake.
And there's another shout out to we have to mention that we just mentioned Black Dirt Distillery,
Yeah.
Warwick, New York.
Warwick, New York. Yes.
Good stuff.
Yeah, good place.
And,
Their Applejack got me and 8 of my friends really fucked up one Wednesday night around a fire. Because my daughter bought me a bottle of that for Father's Day.
all right.
And that seemed to do the trick, man.
Yeah, I would imagine it did.
About 3 hours later, everybody was fighting. So that was a good whiskey.
Nice. I think I still have a little bit of that. I still have a little bit of the Milk Street bourbon.
Oh,
In the
okay.
cabinet.
War Penny?
Yeah, Warpenny.
Okay.
But I can't really drink much tonight. I got to get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, take my daughter to JFK.
Okay.
She's flying out to Seattle.
Yep, flying to Seattle, man.
Yeah. So,
Going for a new job, Jet City.
yep, she'll be out in Jet City.
Yep.
So, but we went through all of our stuff, man. Except for Groby's rant.
I'll have a few more beers before I rant about that. I got
A few more
I had a
beers
couple
before-
of rants, some stupidity. I got shit going on,
Nice. How was your Halloween?
The Halloween was cool, man. I got to watch 3 from Hell, the new Rob Zombie movie.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Lots of fucking, brutality, mayhem, gratuitous murder, tons of titties.
All right.
4.5 fucking stars only because no Captain Spaulding, man.
What else could you want from a fine film?
It did. And turned out fine. They killed everybody and the 3 walked away. Which is, in my book, that's a good movie if everybody dies and
Sure.
the 3 heroes walk away.
All right.
So,
Were they heroes?
yeah, to me they are. Sometimes I wish I could act like these fucking people.
I'm assuming you don't get any trick-or-treaters at your door.
No, I didn't get any trick-or-treaters.
No, I don't get any either.
No.
But did you dress up like Jason, like you were gonna?
Yeah, I had the Jason mask on and shit. You
All
know?
right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So nobody came to my door, but so I wore the Jason mask out in public for a little bit and went to a graveyard and took some pictures and,
Cool.
did some weird shit. I didn't have a machete, though.
Nah.
I kind of find that odd that you don't have a machete. Charlie Splatterhead does not own a machete.
No, I do
You
not.
believe that shit? There's like thousands of pictures, and the fucking guy's holding a machete with blood on it. I go, hey, man, do you got a machete? No. Really?
I
Come
don't.
on.
I used to have a machete, but I don't have a machete anymore. I probably have one with all the band stuff back in Seattle.
Yeah.
But, no.
I even called my ex-wife. I said, do you have a machete? She's like, no. I got rid of that. I have a hatchet now. So for some reason, my ex-wife has a hatchet instead of a machete. I don't know what the fuck that means, but
I have a tomahawk.
yeah.
That doesn't work with the Jason costume.
No, it doesn't. No.
No.
So I just went and creeped around a graveyard, and while people were visiting their loved ones, taking pictures with a Jason mask.
Have you seen the Have you seen the picture of me with the burlap sack with the? I have that.
Yeah.
And it's all covered in blood, one eye hole.
Yeah,
And I
okay.
have the noose that I wore with that.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, because you're holding a machete in that picture.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yes, on that wall on the album cover, you're holding a machete, right?
Well, that's not me.
That's not you on the album cover?
That's a painting.
That's a paint. I always thought that was you.
No. That's a painting that this kid in Ireland did. And I just gave him the concept, and he just painted that thing.
I
And
just figured it was you.
Came out beautiful, man.
I figured it was you.
A lot of people think it's me.
Well, looks just like you.
Yeah. Well, I started wearing the burlap thing after that painting came out.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, all right, cool.
Oh, okay.
I'll go with that. It's a lot easier than all that crap I used to put on.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes I put the crap on underneath so that when I took it off, I was still
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. You still.
That was like the Friday the 13th Part 2 kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yes.
when he jumps through the window and the hood's off.
Yeah.
You know, but my hood was cooler than his. His was like a sheet.
Yeah.
Mine was like the full burlap.
Yep.
It was cool. Mm-hmm. All right. All right, cool. Due to the magic of audio podcasting, you had no idea we were gone.
No.
But we were.
Yes.
And,
I went to a brewery.
Tom walked out. Tom walked outside. I thought he was going out for a smoke, and he came walking in the door with a flight of beer.
Because there's a brewery right next door. Why wouldn't I come walking back in with a flight of beer?
Yeah. So what'd you get us?
I got us, this is a Pine Island Brewing Company. And I guess they have a series of beers called Exploration. I guess that's all the IPAs. So the first one here is Exploration number 5.
Number 5.
Yes. So I'll give that one to Splatterhead.
All right.
I'm going to drink an Exploration number 6.
Okay.
Okay?
The silence was us drinking.
Yes. That ain't bad.
No, this is tasty. It's very heavy citrus, man.
Yeah. I don't know. The 6 doesn't have heavy citrus. It's a good IPA. I like it.
This is good too.
Yeah.
You wanna try this one?
Okay.
Let's see. I'm trying the 6 now. That's a very creative name.
Yeah, it was like Exploration 5, Exploration number 6.
That's got a kind of a floral.
Yeah. Yeah, this ain't bad, man. These are good
No.
IPAs, man.
Yeah.
They're not killer IPAs where they're blasting you with bitterness and hops. Man.
No, these are tasty,
Yeah,
man.
these are good, clean tasting IPAs, man.
These are
not real cloudy either.
These are chuckable.
Yeah.
The next one's a little cloudy.
Yeah, that's the 7. So they probably go up in various
Yeah.
degrees, I would imagine. You know, and then we have this is
That's not an IPA.
no, that's this is like some sort of oatmeal stout thing
Ah.
or cream stout something.
Cool.
So they had 2 that weren't pouring real good, so I didn't
We got
opt for them.
the big winner from Tuesday night just came in the door.
Yeah, we got 3 of his beers to drink on the show.
Yeah, 3 beers that he won. We brought with us today.
Andrew wins the beer. Me and Chuck steal it to drink on the show today.
And
Yeah, he's gathering his ingredients for what are you making, man?
Chocolate mint imperial stout.
chocolate mint.
He's
Imperial
making a
stout.
chocolate mint imperial stout. You put it in a barrel?
No,
No.
no barrel.
Go up and see the guys at Milk Street and treat them okay, and
They'll give you a barrel.
they'll give you a barrel.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. These aren't
That's where we got ours from. They gave us a barrel.
these aren't bad. Now, are these brewed by Pine Island?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So-
I don't think here. I think at another place.
Right.
Yeah, where they have their actual brewing.
Right.
Because they're opening a big thing in Warwick, a
Okay.
big brewery. So I guess that'll be the main place.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
And according to the liquor laws, you could do that shit.
Yeah.
So
You can.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it ain't bad.
No, I'm enjoying it.
And you know what? There's a lot of people in there, man. Bar's packed.
Hell, I like beer.
Yeah. Yeah, bar's packed in there, man. A lot of
Yeah.
people. Nice day. Come up, head up. Pine Island Brewery.
Yeah, but
You know?
stop at the Mistucky Creek first.
Well,
Pick up some,
you go over to the
learn to brew.
You go over to the brewery and you sample some beers, and then you realize, hey, I can make this myself.
Right.
I just need to go next door
Right.
and see Mistucky Creek Homebrew, and Steve will hook you up,
And
and you can make every beer that brewery next door has.
Have like 10 beers,
Yeah.
then come in.
Yeah, then come in and see Steve.
And he likes cash,
Yes.
preferably cash.
Yeah.
He'll take your cards, though.
He will.
He'll take the cards. But he prefers cash.
Yeah.
And then come on in. After you have about 10 beers, you walk over here and you decide that you're going to buy everything in the store.
Yeah. Yes.
And
You need a big homebrew system to put
Yeah.
in your garage, and
yeah,
that's it.
he'll get you all set up, man.
Yep, Steve will hook you up, man.
And you can leave with your equipment and your ingredients
Yes,
and be ready to go.
yeah. And if you let Splatterhead and I use your equipment and ingredients,
Yeah.
you can use our discount that we get here.
And listen, and now and when you sober up and you realize that you don't have any interest in brewing beer and your wife's pissed at you because you came home with all this stuff,
Yeah.
he'll buy it back from you at a lesser price.
Yes.
So
Yeah. And then we'll use our discount and buy it from
and
him
we'll use our discount and buy that stuff.
because it's used. So
That's right. You scuffed it on the way from your car to your garage and then your wife came out and you were still sleeping it off. She came out and said, "What the hell is all this stuff?
you can't even make a fucking iced tea.
What are
You
all
ain't
the-
brewing beer?
What are all these pots? What are we catering now?" You brought me this is some kind of stout.
Yeah, I think it's like some sort of oatmeal cream stout from Pine Island Brewery.
It's good, man.
Yeah,
It's
I got Exploration number 7. Kind of sour, kind of fruity, kind of cloudy. It's a good IPA, man.
yeah. I like my stouts a little bit heavier than this, but it's good, man.
Yeah.
And good flavor. The mouthfeel
The mouthfeel.
is a little light,
Yeah.
but it's good.
The word mouthfeel sounds like the word moist.
That other podcast guy that hangs out down at Muckraker.
Oh, okay.
We gotta do like he does because he does videos.
Yeah.
He spends a good 20 minutes with his nose in the glass.
Yeah.
Oh, vanilla and oak and all that stuff.
I ain't sticking my nose in a glass unless it's filled with cocaine.
This is Beer is for drinking.
Yeah, you don't need to stick your nose in a glass of beer, man. Not what it's for.
But yeah, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah,
Tasty
I
stuff.
like it, man. So, I mean, they don't have many beers. I think they have 6, and I just got 4 of them.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, maybe we'll meander on over after the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a
After
little.
we-
I'm gonna get a little. I brought a little crowler with me.
All right. After we settle up with Scuba Steve
Yeah.
here for our grain bill.
Yeah. So, all right.
All right.
What else we got? What's next?
Break time.
Oh, okay. Break time. Nice.
All right. We have this came from Andrew's winnings.
Yeah, the winnings at Tuesday night beer club.
Yes, from our left, center, right competition. This is Nowhere in Particular. I guess that's the brewing company.
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, it's batch number 36. It's a black peach ghost. It's a sour ale brewed with peaches, black sea salt, and coriander. I usually avoid beers with coriander.
I don't even taste the coriander.
Me neither. And it's very interesting because it doesn't, the appearance of this beer doesn't match the flavor of this beer at all.
No. Doesn't match the description. Nothing.
Well, I don't know, man. That peach is really coming through.
Yeah, but I mean, the color of the beer doesn't match what it says is in it.
Yeah, it's tasty, man. And it says they're never making another one.
So yeah,
I think they're lying.
I think they're lying too.
I would make another one.
I would.
If I made this, I would make another one.
Yeah,
Like-
I think they're lying too. It's the marketing concept. We're never making this again.
It's like Ozzy's final
Yeah,
tour.
yeah. No more tours. Tour 8.
Yeah, done with tours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1982 the Who went on tour for the farewell tour.
Yeah.
30 years later, and they're still fucking on it.
Yep. Yeah. There's only 2 of them that are still alive,
Yeah, there's
but
only
they're
2.
out there.
Yeah, a bunch of them have died since they've been on their farewell tour. There's
Yeah.
only 2 left.
Yep.
But Fitz will go.
Yes, Fitz
Yeah,
will go.
Fitz will go.
He'll be right there.
He'll be there singing his Baba O'Reilly with,
Yeah.
somebody's kids singing and
That's like
whatever else.
the Misfits,
Yeah.
the original lineup.
Yeah.
There's only one guy in that band that was in the original lineup.
Yes.
I mean, I guess you count Jerry because he was recorded on the first record, but he
Yeah.
wasn't the first bass player for the Misfits.
No, but
I really only count from the first album release. And that
yeah.
I consider to be the original lineup of a
because
band. So.
because everybody always yells about Metallica.
But,
Cliff Burton wasn't the original
But-
guy. It was Rob McGovern,
I'd
or
like
whatever the
to-
hell's name is. Yeah, but
I'd like to call him up and go, you guys know Bobby Steele is still alive, right?
yeah,
And he's still
exactly.
playing,
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah.
I think your original drummer's probably still alive, too.
I'm pretty sure.
So if you want to have the original Misfits,
Yeah,
you could. But,
yeah. And that way you don't have to have Doyle and AC Slade play behind the pumpkin.
right. Is that what he calls himself, AC Slade?
No, Doyle's Doyle, but they have AC Slade.
No, I know. That's Jerry's kid.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he's in a band, Dope,
Right.
everything. Yeah, he plays behind the pumpkin.
Behind the pumpkin.
Yeah, and he owns what's the coffee place in Philadelphia.
I don't know.
I just bought coffee from them.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. So, Dead Sled Coffee.
Dead Sled Coffee.
Yeah. Good coffee, man.
All right.
I dig it, man. I've been drinking that every morning.
Getting all kinds of shit we're going to have to tag on this
I know.
release.
Yeah, we don't have to tag anybody.
No, we don't have to. But
Fuck them.
I think it benefits us.
Yeah, I think it benefits us too.
Okay.
So,
We'll tag them all.
yeah. Yeah, I'll just listen to the show before I put out anything on
Yeah,
Instagram
exactly.
or-
Yeah.
So, What do you think? Should we get Scuba Steve on here, giving us the rundown?
Look
of,
at he's still shaking his head now.
of his fine establishment here.
He's shaking
Look at him.
his
He's
head
like,
now.
no, I don't want free advertising. Fuck you.
He's like, you got.
guys are already doing it.
Yeah.
I can only ruin it.
Nah. He's more resistant than Damien was.
Yeah.
We finally got Damien on.
Yep. Yeah, it took us a while to get Damien from Irish Cottage on.
Yeah.
He-
You sign a contract, residuals. And,
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, he got on. He got on.
yeah, finally, he came around. So
If Steve doesn't want to come on, I don't know. I don't know what else we got,
I
man.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know what else we got either. You know?
We got a few more beers.
Yeah, we have a few more.
We got
beers
2
to
more
drink.
beers in that cooler over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, we have 2 more beers to drink, and I don't know. We'll gab about some shit. I still have my rant to go.
You got the Groby, the Tales from Grobyville.
Yeah, Tales from Grobyville coming up, and no, that's about it for now. I'm gonna go have a fucking smoke now.
Okay,
You know?
you do that.
All right.
All right. See, that didn't take much convincing at all.
Nah.
I'm here.
We got Steve.
I'm here. That,
Yeah.
that $100 bill you gave me was all right.
So, what are we drinking now, Groby?
We're drinking
Well, me and you.
well, us two. We're drinking this beer called Fully Baked by Sloop Brewing Company in where is it? Hopewell Junction, New York. Says Sloop Half Baked Series, exploring the darker side of beer. This is a milk stout brewed with malted oats, vanilla beans, maple syrup, coconut, and lactose, and aged on oak.
Lactose.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't share that with me. That's fucked up.
I don't think. I mean, it tastes baked.
Yeah. It's tasty.
I kind of like this better than the Pine Island one we just had.
Yes. I agree.
I like this better than that stout we just had from them.
Yeah, this feels a lot more like a stout.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
I can't comment.
Okay. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Shepherd's Eye beer called Shepherd's Bite. My buddy Brian over in Florida, New York. Be opening a brewery soon, so stay tuned for that.
All right. We will. So, like I said, we got Steve from Mistucky Creek Homebrew Supply here. Mistucky Creek Homebrew Incorporated. And how long you been here?
We've owned the store a little over 4 years. Yeah, store's been here for 5. Previously, it was over in Warwick since 2011, and we're doing good.
Nice.
We're doing good. Guys like you and Andrew over there and all the other customers, we're doing good.
Yeah,
Alright.
we love the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love coming up here not just to buy our grain bills and recipe ingredients and equipment, but
We like driving by and stopping for free beer.
That's what I was going to say. You like the free beer. You beat me to it, Groby. You beat me to it.
we also like coming. We love the club.
Yeah.
The whole atmosphere is great.
Yeah.
So, you're a home brewer yourself.
Correct.
Probably started home brewing.
Started homebrew in 1986-ish.
Wow.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
And I say that loosely because it was more of before the internet. We ordered out of magazines and kind of put these recipe kits together, and didn't really try to hone our craft, or we just fucking drank.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, make beer, drink, make beer, drink, make repeat. You know.
Yeah.
Me and my brother-in-law John, he got me started, and we brewed, I don't know, 5 or 10 batches together. Then I would brew on my own, and slowly got out of it after my daughter came along and working 2 jobs and
Sure.
stuff. So
Yeah.
got out of it, and about 2013, I was bored, and I said I need to do something. Let's get back into home brewing. So I went over to Mistucky Creek, which was over in Warwick at the time, and promptly spent about $1,000, and with my wife's approval,
All right.
and got back into it.
She was like, "You need a hobby."
I know. Yeah. She wanted me out of the house and in the garage, I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly.
So so I did that for a little bit, started working for the guy, and started learning more and more, and we bought the place about 2 years after I started working for him, and that's history.
The rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now here I am sitting with you, drinking some beer on a Saturday afternoon, getting fucking bugged.
Yeah.
You know?
Talking on a podcast.
Talking on the podcast.
This is my first podcast. You popped my cherry.
There you go. That's
My
right.
cherry.
So you're, you know, you don't do a lot of internet sales. You're not opposed to the idea
Correct.
if people, you know, want to reach out. So what's the best way for people to find you especially if they're in the area? Google, right? Find.
Dude, yeah, as you say, the googly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out. It's Mistucky Creek Homebrew. Oh, MistuckyCreek.com.
Right.
And, yeah, just check that out. I will sell online. I don't prefer to. I'm not a big guy on the shipping and stuff, but I will do it.
Sure. And if you're anywhere within the, you know, the New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, tri-state area,
Yeah. Up
pretty-
here in the triangle.
pretty easy to get to Pine Island.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if you come to Pine Island, we have Pine Island Brewing Company. We got Westtown Brew Works. We got Glenmere Brewing Company. We got Fox and Hare. We got Long Lot. We got Rushing Duck. It's all right here. We got the Jolly Onion back open again.
That's right.
So there's a lot to Warwick Winery, Penning's Farms.
Yep.
So
There's a lot of stuff around here, peeps.
tons of stuff.
Telling you.
If you're an alcoholic like us,
Yeah.
you know,
I tell you what, if you want to drive around and drink and eat, this is the area to do it.
You could probably even find a
Because, you
meeting.
know, yeah.
I'm sure there's meetings all over the
Yeah.
place.
But this is the place to drive around and drink and eat. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Because, you know,
No doubt.
you can find the best in both worlds, man, up here.
Yeah.
So brewing since the 80s, and then stepping into the homebrew business.
The cooler just kicked on.
The cooler
Yeah.
just kicked
the
on.
cooler with the hops, the yeast,
Yeah,
and all my stash of beer.
you got to
Yeah.
keep that stuff cool.
Yes.
Gotta keep it cool.
So you've been you know doing this for a long time. You've ran this place for what, 4 years now?
I've run it for 5.5 or
Owned
so.
it for.
Owned it for 4, a little over 4. So yeah.
So what are the big changes that you've seen in brewing equipment, especially for the home brewer?
Well, from '86 until now, it's you can act like you're a professional brewer with the equipment that's out there.
Right.
They have uni tanks and fermenters that resemble pro brewing stuff. Glycol chillers. And when I first got back into it, I was like, I walked around the store out in Warwick, and I was like, what the hell is this? What the hell is this?
Right.
What the hell is
Like
this?
I used to have a pot and a bucket.
Right.
Yeah.
And you start looking at it, and you're like, you could spend, a few dollars, or you can spend a lot of dollars getting
Yeah.
into this hobby. It's all depends on what you want to do. So I guess the biggest change is the level of equipment that is available to the home brewer is just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
It really is. Like I said, you can act like a pro brewer on a home brew scale. It's insane.
Yeah, it is pretty cool, man. It's awesome, and a lot. Just to let people know out there that if you are in the area or interested in checking out Mistucky Creek, it's not just for beer. It's also wine and cider, mead.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't specialize in a lot of wine stuff, but I carry a lot of it. I can get all of it. Cider's a basic cider and mead, very basic alcoholic beverage to make. You don't
Yep.
need a lot to get going. I have everything you need. I have the honey if you want to make mead. The cider, I could recommend a couple of orchards to get the cider from.
And you can get the yeast right here.
You get the yeast right here. Whether you want it wild yeast or you want it packaged yeast,
Yeah,
you can get it right here.
You can get it right here.
So it's a cool hobby, and I think the people that do it enjoy it. It's a good community. You guys know we got 25 members of our
Sure.
club.
Yes.
And we've been going. We started the club back in June. Got 25 members, and I think everybody enjoys themselves. Everybody gets along, and we're all different.
Yeah.
We're all different. We all come from different walks of life. I think the 4 of us sitting right here, we're all from different walks of life.
Yes.
And it's there's a certain camaraderie though when it comes to homebrewing. We all come together, and it doesn't matter who you are or how you live your life. Beer brings us together. Wine brings us together.
Yep.
Yeah.
So-
Alcohol brings us together.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Cheers.
So,
Cheers.
cheers to that.
All right. Well, man, thanks for coming on the show. We had to twist your arm a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I'm a shy guy, I say that with my, not really. But, no, I appreciate you guys coming up here and broadcasting from the shop.
That gets us out of the house today.
Yeah.
It gets you out of the house, but no, it's good. It's good that you guys do go on the road every once in a while.
Yeah.
I met you guys in maybe your 13th episode.
Probably, yes.
And I started listening from them. I haven't gone back to the other ones.
You started right about the right spot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I won't go back. I won't go back then.
Just skip over episode 2.
Oh, now I got to go listen to that one. But I think it's a cool thing that you guys do, just getting together, having a few beers, talking about breweries and places to go, and spotlighting local businesses. I think it's a pretty cool fucking thing.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
So-
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
That's what we're all about. So.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, maybe you'll have me back someday.
Definitely.
We will.
I'm sure we will have you back someday.
All right.
But on that note, I got nothing else for the show.
Yeah,
man.
I got nothing
think
else for the show either.
It's Inebrination.
It's
and,
Inebrination, and
you can find us on the Googly.
you can find us on the Googly, the Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever else. You can find us on...
Potts is on Grinder.
Yeah, Potts is on Grinder. Fitz is on Grinder. I think Mr. and Mrs. Fitz are both on Tinder as a couple. That's why they're never here on Saturdays.
I gotta check that out.
You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Twitter. We have stickers, PayPal, $7 to inebrination@yahoo.com. Throw that in PayPal. Leave your address, and you'll get a couple of stickers in the mail. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Groby666. You can find Splatterhead anywhere by Googling him, because he's a fucking rock star and he's everywhere. And you can find Mistucky Creek on any of the aforementioned things and at www.mistuckycreek.com.
Tom missed a W, but I think you guys can figure it out.
Yeah, there's 3 W's. Fuck them. Everybody knows about the W's. So
You don't have to tell them the HTTP part. Either,
Yeah,
right?
//, fuck that shit.
What about the Groby rant?
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
even get to a Groby rant yet.
Well,
All
you
right, I'll
better-
do that.
You better do that now.
You know what my stupid ass fucking did yesterday? I go to do laundry, right? So, I go down to the laundromat. I put my laundry in the washer. I'm like,
Hold on. This story ends with me having less of our homebrew beers left in the cooler. Just gonna throw that out there.
So I go to the laundromat. I throw my laundry in. I'm like, I got a half an hour. What am I going to do? I'll shoot back to the house, get stoned, come back, put my wash in the dryer. So I'm sitting there, I'm getting stoned. I look at my phone. Oh, fuck, my wash is about done. So I'm doing this, mental health thing to try not to be so OCD on shit. And one of the OCD things I have is, I got to check my keys 20 times before I leave the fucking house to make sure I have them. Well, my dumb ass is, I'm not going to do that today. So what do? Check my phone, run out the fucking door. As soon as that door shuts, I go, son of a bitch. Fucking lock myself out. So now I'm locked out. My laundry's at the laundromat. I'm 2 miles away. So I have to get my niece to drive me back. So I'm hanging out. I put my stuff. So I got one of the other local guys to come pick me up. And I went back to my house, and I proceeded to have to sit on my deck for 4 or 5 hours till I can get let back in my house. So I had no food. I had some butts. My phone was running out of freaking a charge. Weed was in the house. So I just proceeded to drink our homebrews that were in the refrigerator on my deck. So I had to survive on them most of the day, And I'd like to say I made it. I made it through the day. I got in the house, and I was fine after that.
You gonna check your keys again?
Yeah, I did that 18 times today.
He's going back to that method.
Yeah, I'm going back. Yeah, fuck that.
That's
I'll keep the OCD shit. I'd rather be a mental patient than fucking sit on my deck all day in the fucking cold.
But you got to drink beer.
Yeah, I got to drink beer, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, fuck that. I'll be a mental patient.
My wife was worried about me a couple months ago.
At least I'm in the house.
She was like, she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." She's like, "No, I'm serious. Are you okay?" So the reason she was asking me is because like 4 times last month, I drove to the grocery store and she sees my dumb ass walking back in the house 20 minutes later to grab my wallet.
That's just a sign of age.
She's like, "You." I'm like, "Guess what I did? You left your wallet home again?" She's like, "No, I'm really worried about you." I'm like, "I'm fine, okay?" Just, I took my keys, all right? I flipped it around and well, quit moving my wallet.
See, it is. I'm telling you, they move shit and then they blame you.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I went, you know, I had that for a week. I went out 3 separate times, didn't have a wallet. One time I did a full grocery shopping at fucking Weiss. I'm standing there and I'm like, fuck, I don't have my wallet.
Well, I looked at her.
So I had to drive back home and get my wallet so I could pay for my fucking groceries.
I looked at her and I said, "You remember that time about 15 years ago when we drove to your mother's house to drop the kids off and then we were going to Allentown and we got to your mother's house and you realized you didn't have your wallet and I had to drive all the way from Bergen County back to Franklin, New Jersey, back to Bergen County to pick you up and then to Allentown? Like, and now you're worried about me?
Yeah, 5 minutes up the road.
At least I didn't make you, drive
Yes.
40 miles back and forth to bring my wallet.
It's not necessarily an age thing either.
Right.
My daughter at the time of this incident was 22. We got 2 hours into a 6-hour trip, and she realized that she left her phone on her desk at work. We drove back.
Oh, yeah.
4-hour round trip just to get a fucking phone.
Yeah.
22 years old.
Yeah.
So it's just not an age thing.
No. I mean,
But that phone to a 22-year-old
Yeah.
is like, you know,
Well-
is like being on life support.
my son, we passed a school in Vernon on the way here, and I remember taking my kid to karate, both of them, and we're in the car and we're driving and we get about 8 miles up the road and my son's like, "Dad," like, "what?" "I forgot my shoes." I'm like, "How the hell do you forget your shoes?" Like, that's a hell of a thing to forget. I'm like, "Well, what do you need shoes for? You're going to karate. You can't wear." He's like, "Well, you can't go in there with dirty feet." I'm like, "All right." Took him home. My daughter's a very smart girl. Always good in school. Always, very, very intelligent young lady. She was maybe like a junior in high school, and she was, working on some crazy project, and, you get frazzled. She's sitting there looking at the computer. She's getting stressed out. I don't know what's going on. And finally, she looks at me. She's like, "How do you make Roman numerals on the computer again?" I'm like, you need to take a break.
Yeah.
So, our brains all get screwed up sometimes.
Yes. So,
All right, well, I'm
we're
good.
about done?
I'm done, man.
Okay, we're done for today.
I got to go pick rocks.
Yeah,
Nice.
Chuck's got to be a Sherpa.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home, make sausage and peppers.
Yeah.
We're going to drink some more beer.
Yep.
Drink some more beer. I think I'm going to go next door and get myself a little fucking jug full of shit to bring home.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, we're doing a podcast.
yeah, we're doing a podcast. And tomorrow, I don't know, we got football tomorrow.
Football. Yep.
So, man, that's about it.
You'll hear us on the fan club blitz.
You'll hear us on the Fan Club Blitz, so tune into that.
All right. Inebrination on the Crow's Nest Podcast Network. Check that out. Look
Yep.
for them on
Yes.
the Tweeter.
Yes, subscribe.
Yep.
Give us all the shit you need and
Send beer.
send beer.
Oh, one more thing before we close out.
Okay.
On episode 25, we are announcing the Inebrination Beer of the Year.
Yes, Inebrination Beer of the Year. Call in with your recommendations. If we can find it, we will try it and see if we agree.
Otherwise, send them to us.
Yeah, otherwise send a
Reach
beer
out,
to
we'll-
us.
we'll tell you how to do it.
And we'll tell you how to do it. You know, give us a call, whatever, email.
But
And
we will
let us
be
know.
we'll be picking our favorite beer of the year.
Yes.
On episode 25.
Yes.
So it's either going to be just our choices, or if you have recommendations, either send us the beer if we can't get them, or tell us what the beer is if we can get them in our
Yep.
area, and we'll give them a shot.
Yeah, so that's what we got planned for the Big 25, man.
All right.
So,
That'll be in about a month. So
Yep.
hurry up.
all right.
All right.
All right, we're out of here, peeps. Later.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
Cheers.
And Andrew.
Yep.
All right.
Later.